Sunnydale High Yearbook Committee meeting now in session. What'd you have for best line? We'll start there.
Best line, Spike says,
I'll chop her into messes.
So great.
like, chop her into bits, chop her into pieces, chop her into messes. Poet he is.
They really nailed his voice from the jump.
Yes.
Everything he says. I was taking notes, jotting down some thoughts afterwards, or like even clocking into my head while we're doing the watch along. And I could have picked anything he said as a favorite line. I actually did have a tie though.
Okay.
One is Spike, who says,
Any of you want to test who's got the biggest wrinklies round here? Step on up.
the biggest wrinklies. Again, he could have said balls, nuts, cojones.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Second one of my tie goes to Joyce.
Ooh, what was it?
I think it's Joyce's first time winning. And she won a most likely one episode.
Yeah.
But Buffy says, what can you even tell about a person from a test score? And Joyce says,
whether or not she's ever going out with her friends again.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I love a good mom zing.
Yeah.
Worst line.
Worst line was that Uncle Tom line. It just was irresponsible. I didn't like it.
Yep. Mine went to Sheila when she's with Del and Dwayne.
You guys weren't lying about having a Cadillac, were you? Because I'm crazy about a cat.
What fucking teenager has ever said anything even remotely resembling that?
That was up there with Neg Paz from the pilot.
Yes.
Chatter in the calf is that she got kicked out, and that's why her mom had to get a new job. Neg. Paz, she was starting fights. Neg Lee.
It was like,
that was atrocious. Yeah. All right, what's next?
Best dressed. Who'd you have for best dressed?
I had a lot of nominees for this one, but it's going to go to Willow in her black overalls and pigtails and a t-shirt.
I think that's fair. I think it's a perfectly valid choice. I again have a tie. should have called this episode School Ties.
Yeah.
Drew in her princess nightgown.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time we see Jenny in her swundress.
Swundress.
And then we see Jenny in her sundress and sweater.
Yes.
I thought she looked fantastic. Although her unblemished record is about to be tarnished. Who'd you have for worst dressed?
Xander's cheap Hawaiian shirt that he got at like Aeropostale. So dumb.
Kind of,
or like Roxy.
Or just like one of these like surf themed outlets at the mall.
Yeah, like poser surfers.
Yes. I got for worst dress, Jenny's wearing this doo-doo brown thrift store Wednesday Addams shirt that looks like it has like slices of roast beef around the collar.
It's Bad News Bears.
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen on the show. And to put it on Fashion Plate Jenny, I feel like someone on the costume crew was mad at her.
I
would have refused to come out of my trailer in this thing. It was terrible. What'd you have for best move?
I had a 3-way tie, but I ended up picking one. So first one was Willow grabbing that super heavy bust and hitting someone, just because I love when characters are like, I'm not strong enough, but I can like enhance my strength with this.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so great. And then it was also Joyce coming in the clutch with Spike, but Spike is our winner for punching through a wall. And us thinking, oh, how silly. He punched through a wall when he meant to punch through Buffy's face, but he makes the best of it. He makes lemonade punch out of lemons and pulls a beam out of the wall to use as a weapon.
What in the Wile E. Coyote bullshit was this?
It was perfect. No notes.
It was so dumb, but I loved it.
No notes. Yeah.
I had a tie again.
Okay.
I can't make up my mind. I liked so much about this
deal?
episode. Best move, Angel's Ruse, where he pretends to be Angelus and bro up with Spike. And then Spike throwing the little brat in a cage and hoisting him into the sunbeam.
Thank you. Thank you, Spike.
Yeah, that was
appreciate you.
Amazing. And then lastly, what did you have for most likely?
Most likely to have been a hall monitor in high school, Principal Snyder.
Very nice. Mine is not very creative, but I'm just speaking from the heart. Most likely to be my new fucking favorite character, Spike.
Love it.